been modified to make it a little bit more rideable for someone a little bigger than a 4-year-old. If you look at it, we have a CRF70 front end on it. So we have forks, triple clamps. We had to modify the brake cable, put a little extension on it so it would actually reach the front brake. We had to mill the hub. I don't know if you can see, we had to mill the hub on the Z50, and then we had to cut the spacer down on this side, plus do a little bit of machining right here so that we could get the fat tire in between the front forks. The engine is 100% stock. We didn't do anything with the engine yet. We do have a XR70 carburetor on it with an ATC70 intake manifold. We couldn't use the XR manifold because the XR manifold would put the carburetor directly under the frame, and we couldn't get the cap on it, so the ATC manifold twists just a bit. We have a uni filter on it, just a skid plate so it doesn't bash the bottom of the engine, a little bit bigger foot pegs on it, and on the rear end we have a XR80 swing arm that's actually 4 inches longer than the Z50 swing arm. We had to relocate the shock mount. The shock mount on the original XR80 was actually about right here, and it put the angle of the swing arm a little bit too flat, and it made the rear end sit too low. So we added some metal here, moved the mount up a bit. The shocks are actually, you can see they're on the softest preload setting. These are XR80 rear shocks, and actually work pretty well. We had to fabricate a chain guide there on some plastic. We had to add a little bit of a roller here so it'd take up the slack when the swing arm was in its lowest position. That chain does need tightened just a bit. We pulled the baffle out of the muffler. I mean, there's not a lot of power to be had right there, but it actually does make a difference. This side we had to fabricate a brake rod that's a little bit longer than the original Z50 arm there, and we put per taper handlebars on it just to give it a little bit more height than the stock Z50. It's not much higher, but it is wider. You can see that the handlebars are leaned forward a bit, and that's to give clearance for our knees. We actually need to get some bar risers to get a little bit higher and a little bit further forward on this. It runs pretty well. We did put one too smaller front sprocket on it just so we had a little bit more low end. Top end's about the same. Now we'll just rev third gear out. And that's about it. Pretty soon we're going to add a 4-inch stroker kit to it to give it a little bit more power, but we haven't got that far yet.